The pyramid of pain is an approach utilized by cybersecurity experts to identify the effort required by malicious actors to change an aspect of their cyber attack. And so at the bottom with the minimum amount of effort is hash values. So let's say a malicious file is being sent to an unsuspecting victim. We can identify this file and we can hash it, and if this hash is compared against a already stored list of hashes which are malicious files, we can then drop that file. But if a malicious actor just changes a very tiny aspect of that file or that tool or that software, then the hash value changes completely. And so we won't be able to detect it. So it doesn't take a very large amount of effort for a malicious actor to change the hash values. And next we have IP addresses. And this is very similar. It doesn't take a large amount of effort for a malicious actor to change their IP address. They can utilize things such as VPNs, or they can even just turn their router off and back on again and be signed a new IP address. And next we have domain names, and very similar to IP addresses, it doesn't take a large amount of time to change. They can just request a new domain name. And next is host artifacts, which becomes increasingly more difficult for adversaries to change. So this is the trail that they've left behind them on the machine that they've attacked. What registry values have they changed, for example, based on the original state of the machine? And next we have network artifacts, which are even harder to change. So this may be the communication to a command and control center. We can identify that, and it's very difficult for them to change the framework which they are using to communicate with their C2 server. So them changing that requires a large amount of effort and time, and by this point they're often put off and will try and attack another organization. And finally, we have TTPs. This is the techniques, tools, and procedures utilized by the attacker. And these very rarely change, as these are the approaches that they utilize to exploit many organizations. If at this point they get into the cellular network that we are protecting, and we recognize this straight away and prevent it, then they're normally not going to change the approach that they would use on that cellular network. They're just going to look somewhere else to see if they're vulnerable, as that's an easier approach for them. And so from this pyramid of pain, we can identify from hash values all the way up to TTPs, the complexity that is required from the adversary side to change their approach to a cyber attack.